Hello everyone, in this video we will talk about navigation system, and I think the navigation system in any iOS and any mobile application, it's really important thing, because with a good clear navigation system you can easily add new screens, add new features, and it's really important because I saw many projects where was a really bad navigation system, and it was a big problem for maintenance of the project and adding new features, new screens, and so on. And I'm gonna talk about a really good solution for your navigation system. I'm gonna show you how you can create a really cool navigation system in your app with ready solution named RxFlow, and this is a third-party framework based on coordinator pattern. And today we're gonna talk about only theory about what is a coordinator pattern, what is RxFlow, and so on. Okay, first of all, we will talk about what is a coordinator pattern, how it works, and I show you the visualization scheme of coordinator pattern, what is it, and then we talk about what is a RxFlow and why a RxFlow framework based on coordinator. And in the end video, I offer you the navigation scheme, the navigation map of our application within our existing screen modules. Here you can see simplest example of scheme of the navigation system for mobile application. And with this scheme, I will try to explain how coordinator pattern works. What is a coordinator object? You can perceive the coordinator object as a logical piece or logical unit of navigation system in your application. And you can see that one coordinator object can control other sub-coordinator objects, and same time these other coordinator objects can control particular set of screens. And in other case, you can see that a coordinator object can control a particular set of screens and another sub-coordinator objects. Every coordinator object has his own life cycle, and he has on start of his work and end of his work. For example, root coordinator start his work with the start of application and end his work with the end of application when you destroy the application from the memory of the device. But what about the sub-coordinator objects? Let's imagine that this is, for example, some kind of authorization coordinator, and when you start your application move the control of navigation to this coordinator. In other words, root coordinator initialize a new object of this coordinator, authorization coordinator, and this coordinator shows login screen, for example, and the application can recognize that there is no this user in the system, and this sub-coordinator, authorization coordinator, launch another registration coordinator, and this sub-coordinator, registration coordinator, starts the process of registration new user. And user can see the first screen. For example, it can enter email screen, then enter nickname for user and the result of registration, and then this registration coordinator and his work and move control to the super coordinator, authorization coordinator, and this authorization coordinator log in the new user, and then this authorization coordinator and his works and move control to the super coordinator, and super coordinator is a root coordinator. This move control to the main coordinator, and user enters to the logined zone, logined area of the logined part, of your application. And as you can see, all navigation system in your app can build in the clear and understandable structure of navigation. It easy maintainable, easy. You can easy add new features, add new screens, and every screen in your app controlled by particular coordinator object, and every coordinator object controlled his super coordinator object. Every application with every code base with a coordinator pattern in navigation has a root coordinator, is a first coordinator, initial coordinator. Okay, we learned what is a coordinator pattern, but what is a RxFlow framework? RxFlow framework is one of the ready solution for navigation system based on coordinator pattern, and I had tried many solutions for coordinator, and I tried custom realization of coordinator, but I have to say that RxFlow is the best solution for your navigation if you will build UIKit app. And before we start talking about what is RxFlow, you have to know really important thing about naming in context of RxFlow and coordinator pattern. The thing is that in classical coordinator pattern, the logical piece of navigation we called coordinator object. But in context of RxFlow, this object has another name, different name. This name is flow object. And so we will use RxFlow, we will use RxFlow context. That's why we will use flow object name of this object. In other words, you have in our application root flow or app flow. This flow can control a particular set of screens or some sub of flow object and so on. Okay, what is one flow object? Flow object is an example of custom type, class type, with a super class flow, the special data type from RxFlow library. And every flow in our navigation system will be a subclass of this type flow. Every flow object has to handle another special data type object, step. Step is a custom enum type with a super class step, and step data type is another data type from RxFlow library. And this is just data type where enum data type where every case is a step. One step is the action, one action you can do with your flow object. For example, one step can be something like show me this screen, or initialize another sub flow object, or end this current flow object and move control to the super flow object. Sometimes you can see that one project with RxFlow has only one step data type for entire project. For instance, you can see this example project in RxFlow repository, and I think it's not really good idea because in small projects it's okay, but for bigger projects and big projects it's not a really cool idea. And I have a really simple rule about this. I have one step data type for each flow data type, and you can define these both types in one file, and you can name this file some flow object, And it's really comfortable and good rule, simple rule. And you can see how you can define this both type in one file in the next video where we will um, implement and practicing with RxFlow. Okay, let's look how we can build our navigation system. And I suggest you create three flows. One flow is the root of our navigation system. It's app flow, and this flow object will initialize when we launch our application. And this flow will show to user start screen, and the business logic from this start screen module we will define login it this authorize it this application or not. If this application will authorize it, we will initialize main flow, and main flow will show to user home screen. If not, if the application is not authorized, we will initialize another flow object, authorization flow. And authorization flow will show to user login screen module. And from login screen module, user can be navigate to registration screen. Because login screen will have a registration button, and if user tap on this button, authorization flow will show the registration screen to user. And when user registered or log in it, the process of registration on logging to the app will end. We end the work of authorization flow, and this flow move the control of navigation to app flow, and app flow switch navigation to the main flow. In other words, he initialize main flow and show home screen to user. So it's all I had to you in this video, and in the next video we will apply this knowledge in the practice. We will create real navigation system with RxFlow, and we have right now the profile screen module, but we will create it. And in other our screen models, it's not real. It's just stops, and in the next videos we will add real UI components, real business logic to their view model, and so on. And that's all. Bye bye. See you later in my next video.